I'm hot, I'm bothered, the flies are annoying me. I've ran out of water and I've still got a big hill to go. But you guys need to grab yourself 2 drinks of whatever you're drinking. Sit down, lean forward a little bit, don't blink too much, because this video has action from the start to the finish. You're not going to want to go and have to get another drink because you're going to miss it. So strap in and enjoy this one as we make a 4-day hunt into an overnighter for good reason. Anyway, if you enjoy the content, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for more content, head over to Patreon. Link is in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy this one as I battle dehydration for the next 20 minutes to get up this hill to the ute where I've got some cold liquid waiting for me in the fridge. I've got Tim with me, long running patron, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it's late November and luckily we've had a bit of a cool change come through, a bit of rain, which has made the bush nice and damp for us because the last 3 or 4 days has been miserably hot. So at least we've got some decent weather to get honey. We might have to battle a little bit of low cloud, but that's all good. Yeah, so we've got last client for the year, 2024. So we'll see what we can get amongst. When you're walking in this wet weather, you got poles. You just hit the bush in front of you if you're not hunting. Just knock that water out of the leaves, because that's what swipes onto you. Makes you proper wet real quick. Alrighto, so I've got a brand new pair of lower boots on for this trip. Literally tried them on in the house for probably 20 minutes yesterday, so they have done nothing off the lino. They're a pair of lower Tibet, the new one, so it's not even released to the public yet. It is called the Evo, so lower Tibet Evo GTX. All they've changed is the midsole cushioning from a single density to a dual density type of a foam, I think it is, and they've changed the Vibram sole to something that's apparently a lot more grippy on wet slippery rocks, which I'm standing on right now. So if you've been following me long enough, you'll know I've had 2 sets of Tibets already. Love them, and I've never really had any issues with their grip. But apparently, yeah, it's been a bit of an issue for a few other clients and people testing them. So they've gone out there and they've made the Evo, which is a evolution of the Tibet, the original Tibet. Now I can tell you already, I've only been in them probably 45 minutes. They're a very comfortable boot. So the dual density foam is meant to give you a little bit more cushion under the foot, and obviously the new sole is to give you more grip. Yeah, and like I don't recommend wearing a brand new boot on a hiking trip to anybody, but I've got feet that kind of can handle it because I'm in the bush all the time with boots on, side saddling, contouring and whatnot, climbing. I'm always in boots, so my feet have developed pretty good calluses over the years. And yeah, but anyway, the out-of-box comfort is, I think it's definitely an improvement from the old Tibet. And I remember the old Tibet sort of needing a good few walks in them before they broke in, but these feel completely comfortable straight away. So Anyway, hang around and I'll give some more updates on these boots as I put some kilometres on them. It's a wet trip in today, so they've already soaked the leather in, and they've changed from that beautiful nubuck colour that they are out of the box to real nice dark chocolate brown almost. But anyway, we've got some good weather ahead of us. Hopefully we can get onto a few deer. Now cicadas are out and about. Big black ones they are. Catch a few of them, make some pretty good trout bait. Righto, made it into camp early afternoon. It's pretty damp out there, so we didn't film too much coming in. Still got dry boots, so that's a bonus. Got a bit of a technique on stopping your boots from getting wet from the bush that swipes onto you and runs down your legs. I'll run you through it when it's a bit drier. Basically I run a oilskin sock gaiter underneath my pants, so that stops my socks and the foamy soft part of the top of your boot from contacting your pants. And then I run a gaiter over the outside of my pants, and then I'm running waterproof Cicadas gear over the top of my pants. So even though waterproof means waterproof, there's only so much that rain gear can take before it actually seeps through. And when you're getting that swipe from the bush, that happens pretty quick sometimes. But I've managed to get in today, so a couple of hours walking in the rain and wet bush without having any issues with wet boots. So that's really a good start for the week. But anyway, the rain held off just long enough for us to get the tent set up. Tim's running a Stony Creek, and I've got my whatever the hell it is. So just about got the bedding all sorted, and might have a little bit of a cook up in a second. And then we'll wander down and start doing some glassing. I think they might move a little bit earlier this afternoon, but it's not dark until 8:45 this time of year, so it's long days, folks. Gotta love some free water on a ridge. Righto, we're on the hunt already. So it's not even 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we've got 5 hours of daylight. And I sat down and started glassing. I was just in awe of how green it is in here. And McClunk goes, "Oh, is that a wallow system?" I'm like, I looked up, sort of trying to look where he was looking. I got, no, but that's a stag standing there. It's a good one too. Anyway, he's chasing a hind, so he's just disappeared. I only saw him for maybe 20 seconds. We're going to just get closer and get in position straight away. No mucking around on this one. This is another deer. It's not the deer we're chasing, but it's probably where he's headed to. So he just turned around and sat down, so obviously they're being bedded in there. I want this better stag to come out and get a good look at him, but I'm pretty sure it's the same stag I had this client a couple of hunts ago, under 300 for a fair while, so I know he's good enough to shoot. Got cracking brows and real nice shape, a little bit narrow, but it's definitely a stag I passed up on last year to kill myself. I called him at 25 last year, so I reckon he's in that 27-inch bracket. Just got a shower of rain coming through. Got down
we're about 400 yards out from where I expect that stag to pop out. In the meantime, spotted that other stag that's had its ass onto us first up, and then it's turned around and sat down back in its bed. And then I thought I had him in the scrub, but it turns out it was a small stag. Pretty nice sort of shape, but yeah, definitely not the original stag. Definitely not the original stag I saw. And then I've just spotted a hind feeding there all on its own, and geez, these flies, they don't get any better. Yeah, spotted this hind and nothing came out to us, so I've got a feeling he's bedded up in this gully. Hopefully that's what that's happening, because he seems to be pretty interested in the hind. This stag was in velvet a couple of months ago, so when I first saw him probably 5 or 6 weeks ago, he was just stripped out of velvet. So he's he's a late bloomer, so he'd be rutting even though it's late November. He's up for it, so hopefully he hasn't just took off up the hill looking for more hinds. Hopefully he's got a hind in there that's entertaining him, and we can stay here for the afternoon, and hopefully they sort of poke out and start feeding these clearings, and we can get a shot on him at about 300 yards hopefully from here. He's a good deer, real nice times, so I'm pretty hopeful, but as we know, these are Sambar stags and they can do what they want to do, and that's the fun part of it. Anyway, I can't see him in the scrub at the moment. We'll have to just wait him out, get him out in the clearings. The stag was a bit stirred up too, wasn't he? Like rubbing the trees and mucking around. He was moving around in there real quick, so I've got a feeling that stag's in there holding that hind. That young stag wanted a piece of the action, but wasn't game enough to go in there. Let's hope so. This is another stag. This is stag number 3. Not sure if this is the good one or that other one I just saw. He's proper lame, I reckon. He's real lame on his near side front leg. He's holding it up like as if it's sore. Don't want to weight bear on it too much. Well, the rain has just eased off. Just spotting out of the trees at the moment, and the deer have just popped up out of their beds. So hopefully this stag shows himself shortly. Alright, there he is. It's just popped out. He's got a hind below him. He's got a stag slightly above him to the right, about 50, 60 metres. bit of mud on him. He's obviously been wallowing a bit. His stag's popped out and give us a pretty good look at him, but he's not playing the game. He's sort of fed up into the gully, and even though he's got a hind below him, yeah, we're hoping that he sort of does a bit of a donut and comes back. Yeah, plays around with that hind. But at the moment, he's just disappeared into the heads of the trees. Can't see him. I end up calling it because we got socked right in, and then so we moved up high back on the hill. Just cleared up just a tiny little bit, and I could peer through the fog, and I saw that mighty big stag again coming out in the clearing. We watched him for maybe a few seconds, confirmed that it was definitely him, and then socked right in, and the rain came in real heavy, so we ended up back in camp here, and we just got to pray for breaking this weather. Don't know how we're going to go in the morning. I reckon we'll be socked in hard in the morning, but hopefully tomorrow evening this rain sort of dissipates a fair bit and we can get out there glassing him. I think he's pretty comfortable where he is, so I reckon we'll stay there. So hopefully we can get back onto him tomorrow morning. So I've got a ton of water now, been catching it off the tarp here, and yeah, so we can go nuts on the water, which is awesome. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to have a feed, and that might be an early night. It'll be an early start tomorrow morning.
There you go. I've spent all day in the rain, and because I've got these little ankle gaiters, they're like a dry-as-a-bone oilskin kind of material. Look at that, the top part of my boot's completely dry apart from just a bit of sweat, I reckon. That's how you keep your boots and your socks dry. Righto, it's just cracking daylight, so we're going to get down there and start looking for this stag again. We've got a bit of low cloud rolling in and out, but at the moment it's clear, so we've got a real good chance this morning to get it back on this stag and put a stalk in on him.
Yeah, first steer for the day. I've got a feeling he's in velvet. Yep, big stag in velvet, look at that. It's been growing for a while too. Got brows and beams. Nice and wide. This is in a different spot compared to the stag we saw yesterday afternoon, so we've Got Limpy spotted. Wonder if this other stag's close by or not. This was the stag I saw with the bigger fella yesterday afternoon. I never got a camera on him, so he's on the move. Hello, I found you. Let's hope it's a case of third time lucky on this stag. Got him on the face where I had him with the last client, so I should be able to get within 300 no dramas. I haven't seen him since we took off, but I've seen the smaller stag, so it's going to be in the same spot. They're sort of together. Bigger stag was just a bit touch higher than him. Always that risk when you're rushing in on a stag that you run into another one. You wanted a big fella though. Just honked at us though. We better go a bit quiet for a little bit. Got him at 380 yards. But he's just heard that honk, so he's a bit alert. Let him calm down and then we'll move in a bit.
Can you see him or not? Oh, I want to wait for him to go broadside. Right, take your time. Can you still see where his leg is? Right. Just remember to squeeze that trigger when you get the shot opportunity, but don't rush it. Can you see him? Alright, but can you see all his chest? Alright, don't turn. He's going to give you a chance in a second. Take your time, Tim. Squeeze that trigger when you get your chance. Wait for him, stop. Wait. Wait. Right, can you see his front legs? Wait. Right, go in between his front legs. Reload. Yep, he's gone to your right. Yep, he's in a lot of trouble. Mate. Last hunt for the year, and we've just decked a really good stag. I've had 3 cracking hunts on this stag. I could see, mate, that you've been rattling.
Oh yeah.
Since the start. You've been rattling, and I've been coaching him into squeezing that trigger, and he's made a perfect shot. That stag's dropped. Well, he took off, but he was hit hard. He's dropped, and he's actually been caught up in a tree, so I'm hoping no antler damage, because it's steep as all shit there. What do we have? 174 yards, guys. So. Yeah. Awesome. There's our prize. Now that's a hunt, isn't it? Oh, had 3 good hunts on this stag. Had him at under 300 for an hour with one client. Yeah. He's a nice deer too. Spotted him from, I don't know, 600-700 yards away. Knew exactly where I needed to be, pretty much the tree I needed to shoot him off. Got in there, took the time, got the client nice and comfortable shooting off the ASIAC tripod, the yoke on top of it, backpack underneath the buttstock. 174 yards, slightly uphill. One shot. Beautiful. Now we just got to get across this river. Oh, the water is beautiful. That's deep. I didn't roll my pants all the way up, so that's why I'm still going from rock to rock. Ooh. Oh, there goes my walking pole. this level on this one. Down or up. Might be on that next one. Hopefully, save this little rise here. There's a stag laying there. Nope. Maybe the next one. Oh, I've got a few minutes. Up one. Oh, there he is. Go. If he was any closer, he would have bit me. He's in a spot. Hey mate, I'm looking forward to catching up with you. He's a nice deer. All these tines are intact. Not long out of velvet. Big body. Nice mature deer. This is Tim's first stag. What do you reckon of that, mate? Pretty good, isn't he? We better not play with him too much there, I reckon, before we tie him up, but because otherwise you're going to end up
In the drink.
over there, down there, down into there. What a hunt, eh? We've had some unreal weather, so it's 26th November, I think. And last week we had a real hot spell, mid-30s. And anyway, we had a bit of rain came through on Sunday, and yeah, we came in Monday to a little bit more rain. The bush was really wet, and then it pretty much rained all afternoon, didn't it? Like on and off, but more on than off. Then we had a lot of low cloud come through and sort of sock us in, so we couldn't keep glassing, but we did manage to see this guy within the first few minutes of sitting down to glass, and then we spent the rest of the afternoon trying to re-spot him, and eventually we did, not, probably an hour and a half before dark, which is plenty of time to do a stalk, but just where he was, it wasn't really a viable spot for a stalk, and he had a few other animals around him as well, and with the weather the way it was, we would have probably got into range and then we got socked in again, and so we decided to pull the pin for the arvo and got back to camp, and it just rained and rained and rained, and all night to, I don't know, the pretty early hours of the morning, I think, and it sort of cleared up, I don't know, maybe at 2 a.m. or something like that, and just a few little light sprinkles here and there between then and daylight, and got glassing just when you sort of can start to see animals, and we spotted the limpy stag and the hind and a big velvet stag and another hind over here, but just couldn't find this bloke. And anyway, kept moving positions, and eventually I spotted about a 20-inch stag, I reckon he is, walking along here, and that stag was with this fella yesterday afternoon. I never end up getting any footage of that small stag yesterday, but yeah, and I went, geez, I bet you that stag's with him somewhere, and yeah, I just kept glassing around that smaller stag and eventually picked this bloke standing there. So we've piled off the hill, cut across, steep as hell through there, isn't it? And it's wet and slippery and shaly, and eventually got to pretty much exactly the little spot where we shot the hind instead of the stag earlier in the year, and we had him at 174 yards, I think, and we just had to be patient. The tree we were leaning on was too far down the hill, and we were having to shoot over the leaves in front of us, and then he was behind the head of a tree, so then we had to move back a bit and shoot off the Asiatic tripod with the yoke on it, settled you in.
We'd already been honked at by another
that's
stag
right.
in there.
Yeah, as we were cutting through, we put up another stag, which Tim, you said he was in velvet. And this stag was onto that and was quite alert for a while, but after about 5 minutes went back feeding, which was his big mistake. He should have made a move then. Anyway, yeah, we got him nice and close, and we were very patient with our shot and talked you through it and smacked him perfect. Here's an exit hole right here, so I'm surprised he even made that 20-30 yards he did, to be honest. Like, must have just sort of missed spine, but yeah, here he is. Had a couple of cracker hunts on this stag and finally got him. He's got the big rutted up bull neck on him, and yeah, nice deer. Alright, well done, mate. First stag.
First stag.
First stag. Unreal. It's only the first morning. We might go and catch some trout for lunch if we can, after we deal with this fella. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, last hunt for the year, and we got a decent stag, which is pretty awesome for me because I've been trying hard this year and just hasn't happened. So when it all comes together, it seems easy.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. Anyway, let's get the knives out and start dealing with them. Always an easy walk back to camp when you got what you wanted on your back. So I'm just going to wander down here and see if I can find my Crocs I lost here probably 6 months ago. I haven't been back to pick them up. Oh yeah, cool. Maffra. There you go. A bit of a bonus. I've been sitting there for months and months and months on end. They must have fallen out of my backpack. My client thought I'd just left them there on purpose. I hadn't. Crossed the river here with no intentions of crossing here again. And then got to the river 2 or 3 k's downstream and went, oh, I've lost my Crocs. He goes, no, you left them at the crossing. I'm like, no, I didn't. He goes, yeah, you did. I said, why didn't you say something? Anyway, don't matter. Righto, we're going to go for a bit of a fish. We're going to walk out early in the morning. Job's done, want to keep that cape nice and cool. And yeah, get it off to the taxidermist. Alright. Saved me losing a pole. I put my hands in the slings this time. Could have got across with boots on. Taking the time to split the lips and turn the ears because this weather, you don't want that cape to ruin soil, and we've made the decision we're going to walk out. We're expecting a big thunderstorm this afternoon. You know, we've got the deer that we wanted, so we're just going to get this cape back up to the ute in the fridge and back home and get some salt on it so it doesn't slip. Anyway, got to get back to camp yet, pack up and get out of here. So it's going to be a big day. Have to be the smallest snake I've ever seen. Alpine copperhead, I reckon. I'm just going to have a mad pack up. You can feel the big thunderstorm coming, so quickly pack everything up and up this hill. See you at the top. That'll be right. Sun comes out just as we're about to punch up this big bloody hill. Cicadas are going off their chops. Got camp all packed up. And we're out of here. last one. 2024 is done. I'll be kind to you and I won't say anything about the fall you just had.
It wasn't a fall, it was a lay down.
Oh, okay. Contemplating life right now, I think. Made it to the top of the first hill. There's those cicadas on there. Big black ones. Saw some little ones too. Seven years they spend in the ground apparently, and they burrow out, shed their shell, fly off mate and die. Very short lifespan. It's clearly a bit of a colony back that way. There was just, I don't know, must have been hundreds of them. And there's none here. Pretty cool deer anyway. I don't think it's the same one though. Real narrow. I reckon that's a different one. I reckon the other one was wide, and it was like, no, it's a nice deer anyway, but yeah, be 25 or 6, it's just very narrow. I reckon if he continues on, we will get a 200-yard shot, and it's going to be around here. So maybe we bank on that. Right? Yeah. What we don't want to do is we don't want to push him, because we get another chance at it. Might be down by tomorrow morning.
You'll no more rub wild cherry, nor mint bush tops you'll chew, nor lead a chase that's merry, nor taste the morning dew on leaves and grass and herbage, nor see the sky that's new, nor taste the air of morning that's sharp and crisp and clean, nor tread the deer pad's winding way, a monarch to be seen. Your spirit now but wanders, fern gullies in the sky, where sambar deer and hunters all go whene'er they die.